Hello and welcome back to virtual training on psychological development and investment, brought to you by Everything for Business. This training focuses on developing positive perception or attitude for an investment. Throughout this training, we will deliver lectures through videos and we will share important information about investment and how to eliminate fears while investing. We have changed our logo, as you can see this our new logo as this one, this is our old logo on the right top of this presentation. So in video 2 we understood about perception of investors, how to overcome those wrong perceptions and fears. In video 3, we will be looking at possible outcomes from an investment. And we will use payback period, we will use internal rate of return, and we will use net present value. These methods are used for evaluation of a project or investment you are planning to take. So actually, the payback period shows how long it takes for a business to recover an initial investment which you do. This type of analysis allows firms to compare alternative investment opportunities and decide on a project that returns its investment in the shortest time, if the criteria is important to them. This method is used for short-term projects because in long term we cannot use it because of some limitations like time value of money and next possible risky returns, both lower or higher in coming years. Okay, so we have here an example for payback period. Let's say we have investment 1, investment 2, investment 3. Okay, outflow means when you pay for something, it will be shown by a negative sign. So for investment 1, you paid $50,000. For investment 2, you paid $80,000. For investment 3, you paid $1 lakh. This is actually a projection, estimation, analysis, or planning, whichever you can say. So you think that, and you have estimated that from investment 1, you will get $15,000 in year 1, which is inflow. It will come towards you. And year 2 you will get 20,000, and year 3 you will get 25,000, and so on for these all projects. Now, so on the basis of payback period, you have to see that which project or investment is recovering my initial investment in shortest time, and you have to select that investment on the basis of payback period. So payback period for investment 1 is 2.6 years, and for investment 2 it is 2.71 years, and for investment 3 it is 2 years. Now how these came? There is a formula, there is a concept. Payback formula we can write here is that, let's say 15,000 plus 20,000, it gives us 35,000. But we have invested 50,000, so we need to recover this 50,000 in how many years? It is not recovered in 2 years because 35,000 is less than 50,000. We still need 15,000. So in year 3 we have 25,000, but we need 15,000. So there is a formula that write this 2 plus how much we need, 15,000, divided by how much we have, 25,000. Okay, this gives us 2 plus 0.6. So 2.6. 2.6 in 2.6 years, this investment is going to give us 50,000 recovered. Okay, same is for this one. We get 2.71 years because 25,000 plus 30,000 is 55,000, and we need 80,000 to recover. So still we need 25,000, and we will use this formula by 25,000 and here is 35,000. Okay, so we will write 35,000 here and we will get 2.71. But here in third investment we have invested $1 lakh and in 2 years we are getting it back. So the payback period for investment 3 is 2 years. So on the basis of payback period we would decide to go with this investment 3 project because its payback period is less than other projects. But if we see that there are limitations with payback period is used for a short-term projects, not for long-term projects, because in long-term projects we might get lower returns. As we can see with this one, 25,000 is less than 35,000. So on the basis of payback period we will select this, but on other methods which are for long-term projects we cannot invest in this project. So in order to move further with other methods for long-term projects, we have internal rate of return. Internal rate of return is discount rate that is used to identify potential future investments that may be profitable. The IRR is a short form of internal rate of return, is used to make the net present value of cash flows from a project investment equal to 0. In simple terms, IRR is used to determine which percentage returns of an investment necessary for it to break even when adjusted for the value of time and money involved. This is often considered the minimum acceptable return on investment, as most companies want to do more than just break even. Break even is a point where your profit and loss are equal. So NPV formula, which will use IRR, internal rate of return. This is IRR general formula. Okay, NPV is net present value. This is present value of future cash flow from year 1. This is present value of future cash flow from year 2 and year 3 and so on, minus initial investment. Okay, so put simply, internal rate of return is determined by experimenting to find the rate which causes the NPV of a series of payments equal to 0, because this is break-even point. The above formula is derived version of NPV formula. This one. If the payments for each cash flow are expected to be the same, like you get in year 1 20,000, year 2 20,000, year 3 20,000 and so on. So you can use simply this formula. This is internal rate of return. This R is IRR. You have to choose that rate which equates this equation to 0. Okay. Now we will move to NPV method example. Let's say there is a project in which we have initially invested $1 lakh and future cash flow for year 1 is 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 and 40,000. Okay, so present value of this cash flow is this one, and present value of this cash flow is this one, present value of this cash flow is this one and this one. Sum of all these cash flows is equal to $1 lakh and $348. Now we have to subtract this from our initial investment and we will get $348. So our NPV method tells us that it is positive value. So we can invest in that project. But if the value, this one, is less than, which will be possible if this value is less than our initial investment, so we will get negative values. So we do not have to invest in that project. We also have to be having positive NPV. We can invest in that project. And next video, I will tell you about research process for better investment, process of diversification to minimize overall risk. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Hope you understood something. See you in next video.